What is going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the nervous system trap and why your body won't let go even when you're doing everything right. So chances are you watching this video right now, you're disciplined, you followed through, you do everything right, yet your body just still feels like it's working against you. Well, it's not your age, it's not your willpower, it has nothing to do with your diet, it has everything to do with your nervous system being hijacked by stress. Now, before we continue, I'm Austin. I'm the founder of the SuperHuman project, where we've helped over 2,000 women so far lose more than 50,000 pounds, which I'm super proud of, by not starving or grinding harder, but by fixing what's actually happening inside the body first and getting to the root cause. I'm also part owner of House of Health. It's a functional medicine practice in Scottsdale, Arizona, where we specialize in hormone health, infectious disease, and advanced diagnostics. And after thousands of cases and patients, I can tell you most women don't have a willpower problem. They have a stress problem, all right? So the truth that you need to know about stress is your body can't burn fat if it doesn't feel safe, all right? You can't burn fat in a body that doesn't feel safe. Your body isn't fighting you, it's simply protecting you, all right? However, when it comes to stress, it's not just in your head, it's a full body survival response. It's a biochemical reaction, all right? So short bursts of stress are very helpful, right? It helps us stay sharp, focused, resilient. For example, cold plunging, working out, sauna, there are good stressors in our life, right? We need stress. It helps us. But when the alarm never shuts off from work or lack of sleep or blood sugar swings or just emotional overload, your body stays stuck in a fight or flight response, in fight or flight mode. And when your body feels unsafe, it's not going to prioritize fat loss. It's going to prioritize survival, right? At the end of the day, us human beings, we are animals, right? Just like how we view other animals, right? We sometimes forget we're an animal ourselves. In our DNA, in our wiring, the whole purpose is just strictly survival, right? And so if you're in a state of survival, you're not going to be able to burn fat, all right? So I want to go over the science of the stress loop because it's really important that you guys understand this, all right? So your brain and body communicate through a system that's called the HPA axis, which is short for hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. And so you don't need to remember the phrase or anything like that. What you need to know is when your brain senses stress, it's going to send a signal to your adrenal glands to release cortisol and adrenaline, all right? These hormones, what happens is they raise blood sugar, they increase heart rate, they sharpen focus. This is perfect if you're running from danger, right? If you're running away from a tiger or a lion. But here's the problem. Your brain doesn't know the difference between you running from a tiger and your overflowing inbox or your text messages or you watching the news, right? If you wake up stressed, you're rushing through your day, you're skipping meals, you're staying wired at night, your HPA axis, it stays switched on 24/7. And when that happens, everything in your body slows down, all right? Your cortisol stays high, which then means your blood sugar stays high, therefore you store body fat. Then your thyroid's gonna slow down, your metabolism drops, your energy tanks. And then sex hormones get borrowed, and then mood and motivation crashes, and then your sleep gets lighter, therefore your recovery worsens. Therefore, you have hunger and cravings that spike. It's a loop, all right? It goes from stress to cortisol to fat storage to fatigue to more stress, right? And most women are living in this loop every single day without even realizing it, all right? And so think of your stress system like a thermostat where it's supposed to turn on in emergencies and then cool down. But when the thermostat breaks and the heat stays on, your body's running hot all day. When that happens, fat loss becomes impossible, all right? And there's even a study that was done at, I believe it was the Ohio State University, where women under stress burned 104 fewer calories after a single meal compared to women who weren't stressed. And so the math on that, because I did the math, that's equivalent to 10 to 11 pounds of fat being gained per year just from stress, all right? So chances are you struggling with your health and weight right now, it's not a motivation issue. You want to get to your goal, you want to lose the weight, you want to get healthier. It's simply a biology issue, and your body's just trying to keep you alive. Does that make sense? So How does stress actually make weight loss hard? Well, number one, stress raises cortisol, which is going to raise your blood sugar, right? So when you're stressed, your body releases cortisol to prepare for danger. That means more sugar gets released into your bloodstream for quick energy. But if you're not actually running away from a tiger or lion, that sugar is going to get stored because it's not going to get used, right? So where does that go in terms of storage? It's going to go right around your belly. All right. Now, high cortisol also disrupts your sleep, and that's going to crash your energy. So stress keeps the nervous system wired, right? So you might fall asleep, but you're waking up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., maybe sometimes with your mind racing, right? And when your sleep is off, your body doesn't recover. And then when your body doesn't recover, your hunger hormones are going to spike, your cravings are going to climb, and then your energy is going to tank as well. And I'm not sure if you guys remember a bad night's sleep, but willpower and motivation also is not quite there, right? It's a lot lower. Now, the third thing with stress is it creates hormone chaos, all right? So cortisol doesn't just make you anxious, it steals from other hormones. So when your body has to create cortisol, it has to literally borrow materials from progesterone and DHEA to make cortisol. So this is why so many women in their 40s and 50s, they feel anxious or moody or emotionally flat, sometimes emotionally numb. It's not aging. It's just stress is literally stealing your hormones. So if you've been potentially struggling a little bit mentally with motivation or moodiness, maybe frustration, agitation, it very well could be just a hormone problem. It's not a thought problem or mindset problem. It's a biology problem potentially for you. And then what stress also does, it slows your metabolism down, right? So when cortisol stays high for too long, it tells your thyroid, which basically is the engine of your metabolism, to slow down. Now, if we're telling our engine of the metabolism to slow down, not very good, right? Not what we want. And so your body's going to then try to conserve energy. So therefore, you're going to burn fewer calories. And then you're going to feel exhausted doing whatever it is that you do, even if you're doing those same workouts that used to feel easy or used to bring you energy. It just no longer brings you energy anymore. It's not because you're not doing the right things. It's just because your biology is not optimal, right? And then the last piece is stress and inflammation feed off of each other, all right? This is really important. So stress creates inflammation, right? We all know inflammation is bad, right? Like inflammation is the root of a ton of health issues, right? When stress is increased, inflammation gets increased, right? And then when inflammation gets increased, that raises cortisol, right? So together, it basically creates this vicious self-feeding cycle where your body's always inflamed, therefore it's always tired, therefore it's always stuck in storage mode, right? It's a problem. We don't want to be there, right? Now, if this sounds familiar, I want to share with you what happened with one of our clients, Melissa, okay? So Melissa was in her mid-40s. She's a mom of two, and she came to us, and she's like, Austin, I track, I walk, I eat clean, I'm freaking exhausted and my scale's not moving, my belly's not budging, you know? And at the time, she was drinking coffee all day, she was wide awake at night, and she went to her doctors, and her doctor literally said, like, it's just age, you gotta accept it, it's part of life. But she knew deep down, like, that wasn't the case, and she wasn't willing to settle for that, right? She wasn't willing to just settle for what her doctor was telling her. And so she came to us, we ran her labs, and we found that her cortisol was 3 times higher than normal. So her doctor told her that her cortisol was in normal range. We looked at it and we're like, no, it's not in normal range. It's 3 times higher than normal. And then because of that, blood sugar was spiking all day. Her thyroid function was slipping due to the stress overload in her body. And what we did to help her, we didn't push her harder. We didn't have her do more things. We just simply helped her reset her stress. We built her a cortisol rhythm, like we rebuilt her cortisol rhythm. We protected her sleep window. We helped stabilize her blood sugar levels in the body. And we just added nervous system recovery. And in 8 weeks, she was back to sleeping through the night. Her energy was back. Her belly bloat was gone. And she told us, she's like, I finally feel like myself again. I finally feel normal. And her problem wasn't willpower or work ethic. It was just biology. Like her biology was just asking for safety. And as soon as we gave that to her, the rest is history. And you guys can see the before and after here. She lost 60 pounds over the course of the program and yeah, crushing it. She lost so much weight in the midsection, which as I talked about earlier, if we're carrying weight in the midsection, a lot of that can be due to stress. And yeah, she was able to lose 60 pounds. But bottom line is you can't heal a body that's constantly in fight or flight mode. It's just not possible. Like, you can be doing everything right on paper, but if your nervous system is overworked and your hormones are stressed out, like, your body's just not going to let go of fat, right? And so it's not that you need to work harder. You just need to help your body feel safe again, because a calm body hormonally is a fat burning body. All right. Now, at this point, you're probably wondering, like, well, gee, Austin, like, is my body stuck in survival mode? Like, is stress my problem? So what I did is I created just a very brief quiz that I'm going to walk you guys through. So I just want you guys to answer these questions honestly, all right? So question number 1, do you feel wired but tired where you're running on coffee or adrenaline just to get through the day? Number 2, do you often wake up in the middle of the night, or do you have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or even just shutting your mind off? Number 3, do you crash mid-afternoon? Do you reach for sugar or caffeine throughout the day to keep going? Number 4, do you carry extra fat around your belly even when you're eating clean, you're exercising, you're doing all the right things? Number 5, do you feel more anxious, irritable, or overwhelmed than you used to, even over small things? Number 6, I think it's number 6, do you feel like your body isn't responding in the way that it used to, no matter what you do or how healthy you try to be? And then the last question, have you noticed your recovery, your focus, your motivation get worse lately? All right. Now, if you said yes to 3 or more of these, your body may be stuck in what I call the stress trap. All right. So if you said yes to 3 or more of these, what do you need to do? Well, you need to get answers and you need to not get advice. All right. What do I mean by this? Well, before you calm your body, you have to see what's keeping it in chaos. All right. So the truth is, most people, most women, they try to fix stress from the outside in with meditation and supplements or cutting back on caffeine. And that's great, but the kind of stress that we're talking about isn't just mental, it's biochemical, and it's hidden in your blood work, all right? So when stress builds up in your system, it changes how your brain communicates with your hormones, your thyroid, and your metabolism. And those changes can only be seen by looking inside of your body, all right? And so that's why the next step for you would be booking a metabolic assessment call with us, all right? So on this call, we'll review your symptoms, your lifestyle, your stress patterns, and we'll decide which labs make sense to run. Because once we can see your cortisol rhythm, your inflammation markers, your blood sugar levels, your thyroid conversion, your stress hormones, we can literally pinpoint the exact root cause of your stress response, right? Now, without that data, without knowing what's going on in your body, you're literally just guessing, right? And guessing is what keeps women stuck in the same loop of exhaustion, weight gain, and frustration, right? It's the game of guessing is working harder, not smarter, right? Like, your body holds all of the answers. You just have to go and extract it. And you quite literally extract it through blood work, you know? And so with this call, this metabolic assessment, it's part clinical intake, part strategy session designed to help you uncover what is actually really driving your stress and how to fix it from the inside out. So if you feel like your body's been stuck in overdrive or it's just not working, it's working against you, not for you, click the button down below this video or go to the link in the description to just answer a few questions and then schedule a metabolic assessment with me and my team. So then that way you can walk away knowing like what's exactly your body's trying to tell you, and then the precise steps that you need to help finally calm it down and balance your hormones and start burning fat again, all right? But I can't stress this enough, guys. Like, it is so important for you to understand what's actually going on inside of your body. Like, it is so critical. It is so important because that is where the truth is. Like, it's not like we talked about earlier. Like, stress is not just like a mental thing. It's a biochemical thing. So you need to figure out what is the root cause of the stress in your body. Not to mention, what are all of the side effects and damages that the stress that you've already been experiencing over the last 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years has been, right? Because stress, as we talked about, impacts other things inside of the body, right? So it's not just enough to de-stress yourself externally. You need to then heal and repair your body and undo all of the damage that has already been done to your body because of stress, right? And the only way to know what that is, what that looks like, is through blood work. It brings the most amount of clarity. It brings the most amount of certainty, all right? So click the link down below or the button down below, head into the description of the video and book a metabolic assessment with me and my team. Now, To wrap this video up, I want to give you guys a 60-second daily reset, all right? So even though I said it's really important to do the internal of figuring out what the actual root cause is and the problems, there are things we can do externally to help mitigate stress, right? So just prefacing this isn't an end-all be-all to fixing stress. You need to go inside and figure out what's going on in your body when it comes to stress, but to help you guys out in the meantime, I'm going to give you guys a 60-second daily reset, all right? So the first thing I want you guys to do, I want you guys to do the box breath method every day. So for those of you that don't know what the box breath method is, it's an inhale of 4 seconds, you hold your breath for 4 seconds, you exhale for 4 seconds, and then when all the air is out of your body, you hold that for 4 seconds as well. I want you to do that for 8 rounds, all right? Next thing I want you to do is I want you to, when it comes to breakfast or your first meal of the day, I want you to have protein and fiber. The reason why, it's going to help stabilize your cortisol and blood sugar levels. And then I want you guys to commit to a 10-minute daylight walk, all right? Preferably, you're getting sun on your skin as soon as you wake up. It's going to help your nervous system and circadian rhythm, and it's also going to help you balance your cortisol levels as well. So 10 minutes walking outside as early as you can from when you wake up, the better, all right? And then the last thing is keep your phone off and away from you 45 minutes before bed, all right? We want to protect the melatonin, and if we protect the melatonin, we're going to protect our metabolism, all right? So this is very tiny, it's doable, it's repeatable. I want you guys to do this every single day. Try to do this as often as you can throughout each and every day, but this is how you're going to be able to help basically tell your body you're safe, we're okay, and you can get back in control of your health and your weight, all right? But that's going to do it for today's video. Click the link down below to book your metabolic assessment if you want to learn and understand what is going on in terms of your stress and you want to go down the route of blood work to really get to the root of your health and your weight. And I'll see you guys in the next training. Peace.